Hey there, this is Dr. Jones. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Wobble board. Why is it important? What does it do? Why do you want to use it regularly? I use the Wobble board personally every day, as much as I possibly can, maybe around 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes a day. And it's a really powerful tool to put in your health toolbox. And why is that? Because due to the kind of lifestyle that we live, oftentimes we're sedentary. We're sitting down at a desk all day. Whatever job you have, oftentimes we're not moving around a lot unless you're an Olympic athlete, right? So what happens is those discs, they start to degenerate. It's called degenerative disc disease. Most people have a lot of degeneration taking place in the spine, kind of like the same way a tooth decays from sugar that an individual consumes over time. You get these cavities in your teeth. Your disc can decay and they can degenerate. Well, how can we actually quote unquote brush the teeth so that or brush the spine so that that doesn't take place? I introduced to you the Wobble board. Okay, so why is this important? There's one scientific word that I'll use. I promise it won't be very. I won't get into anything else, but it's called imbibition. Imbibition is the movement of the disc. It's the process of moving nutrients in and out of the disc so that you can maximally give the health that the discs need. Why do you need movement in order to feed the disc? Well, you need movement because the disc, for the most part, is avascular, which means it doesn't have vessels going into it, giving it blood supply. So you need to move the disc, which most people aren't doing properly, in order to start moving fluid, water, nutrients into the disc to start preventing and perhaps even reversing. Some research is showing you can actually reverse the process through the tools that we're using today. So let me show you how this works. This is the Wobble board here. Pop it right there on the seat, like so. You sit down on it, and what you do, you want to make sure it's far enough away. You want to make sure it's far enough away from the corner or the back of the chair, so you're not hitting your back on the back of the chair. And so I'm going to show you a few exercises that you can do with the Wobble board. First of all, what you want to do when you first sit down is just kind of stretch out. So you bring your hips over to the left and bring your arms over to the right. Just kind of stretch out the quadratus lumborum and various other muscles along the side of your back. Just like that. You can stretch over to the right as well. To really get a good stretch, and you might want to hold it 20 to 30 seconds. But just for time's sake, I'll just show you quickly how to use this. So the first kind of exercise that you want to do is just go back and forth to the right and to the left. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping my head level, and I'm really moving my hips so that my spine and my discs get the maximal amount of movement, just like so. Okay, so you could actually bring your hands over top, and as you're moving, you're actually stretching the side of your back and the side of your body, just like that. Okay, so that's one. The other one is just forward and back. So you're just going to go forward. You're going to bring your shoulder blades back and your chest out, and you're going to kind of thrust your hips forward, and then thrust them back. So you're kind of in a hunched over position, up, back, and you really want to accentuate your back movement. So you want to make sure that you're getting as much movement as possible. Okay, just like that. Okay, so another thing that you can do is circles. So you kind of either grab the side of the chair or bring your hands up or whatever you want to do. The more movement, typically, the better. But you could just move around in circles, just like this. And this is really bringing a lot of movement into the discs, especially the low back, L5, L4, L3 region. But if you really start accentuating the movement, you can start feeding the vertebra and the discs up into the thoracic region. Okay, so there's one last exercise that I want to teach you. By the way, you can rotate in the opposite way with the circles. The last exercise a lot of people have a hard time with. That's okay. I'm going to show it to you. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. It's called the figure eight. So you go to the front left with your hip. So you go to the front left, back left, front right, back right, crossover front left, back left, front right, back right, crossover front left, front right, back right, crossover. So you go like this, and it looks, once you get going, you're doing figure eights, but you're really kind of moving your spine and those discs in a really, really powerful way. So why do you need the wobble board? Because your discs, the center of your disc, there's what they call a nucleus pulposus, and it's kind of like a jelly donut. The middle jelly part is what they call the nucleus pulposus, and that is what we really want to work out. And it's only around a few centimeter diameter, so we really want to. This wobble board only pivots on that 1 to 2 centimeter diameter, which is why it's so important to use this wobble board, and how it'll really start to address maximal nutrient, just feeding of your disc. The last thing I'll say before I conclude this video is that you can wear your head weights while you are on the wobble board. Okay, I recommend wearing your head weights while you're on the wobble board, because typically if you do traction, you would traction first, then you put your head weights on, jump on the wobble board, and do some movements, quick reviews, right to left, front to back, circular to the right, reverse to the left, or I guess that's the right, your left, and then the figure eights. Okay, perfect. So I hope this was really informative for you, and I'll show you some more tricks and tips in coming videos.